Kirkleatham children, hope you're okay. It's Val and Frank and Paddington here again. Do you know what? I cannot believe that today is going to be our last story. Oh, ooh, says Val. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed listening to the stories as much as Val has enjoyed reading them. So today I've brought back one of our old favourites. It's Winnie the Witch in her Winnie Goes Wild book. And today's story is called Woolly Wilbur. Now I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera just so that you can see some of the pictures of what Winnie gets up to. Okay, let's crack on with the story. Woolly Wilbur. Right, here we go. Winnie woke up with a blue nose with icicle drips on the end of it. Her teeth were clacking like tap dancing skeletons. The only bit of her that was warm was her tummy. And that was because Fat Furry Wilbur was curled up purring on top of it. It's so cold, said Winnie. Better get up, Wilbur. I light the fire and warm the house. Winnie got dressed really fast. Then she and Wilbur hurried downstairs. Drifty, drafty cold winds whistled under Winnie's doors and around Winnie's windows and up her skirt. Ooh, I think Winnie's thinking about having a nice hot chocolate. Bit like what Val's going to do later. I need a nice big mug of cocoa, said Winnie, licking her lips at the thought of that sweet, smooth, chocolatey taste running down through her body pipes like a radiator system to warm her from the inside. Meow, agreed Wilbur. He pulled open the fridge door, but oh no milk, said Winnie. Oh, bats brooms, that means no hot chocolate, and I so fancy a drink of hot chocolate. Well, we'll just have to go and buy some milk. There's Winnie there, looking in the fridge. A bit unhappy about not having that milk for her lovely hot chocolate. Winnie opened the front door. Why, look, it's snowing, said Winnie. Where in this white world are our woolies, Wilbur? Wilbur pulled open the door of the cupboard under the stairs and out flew 4 happily chomping moths. Those mean moths have munched our mittens to bits, wailed Winnie. Sorry, we've got an interloper in the room, guys, and he's trying to make me laugh. But Val's got to ignore him. They've hogged our hats and snapped on our scarves. Oh, Wilbur, we can't go out in this snowy cold without woolies to keep us warm. We freeze as solid as frog fingers, fresh from the freezer. Meow, suggested Wilbur, doing some strange movements with his paws. Ah, he's doing that. There he is, look. I think he's saying to Wilbur, maybe we should find some wool to make some mittens, Wilbur. Oh, good idea, said Winnie. We just need to find some wool and then I'll knot some lovely new warm winter woolies for us to wear. But when they opened the wool cupboard, out flew 5 even fatter moths. "Oh, you greedy, gobbling, fluttering, stealing, miserable moths!" Winnie was jumping up and down with rage, trying to whack the moths, but they flitted away, and she only whacked the ornaments and poor Wilbur. "How on earth are we going to get wool to knit some woolies to keep us warm, to go out into the snow, to walk to the shop and buy some milk, to make hot chocolate, eh? Oh, dear me. Look at her there. She's looking very cross. Wilbur shrugged, but Winnie's face was suddenly stretching into a big smile. She pulled her wand from her pocket. "Of course," she said. "What we need is sheep, a flock of little fluffy sheep." Winnie waved her wand. "Abracadabra!" For a moment or two, it seemed as if no magic had happened. But when Winnie opened the front door to check if there were any sheep on the doorstep, Wilbur pointed to the sky. A flurry of snow was falling in that way that makes you feel dizzy. "Oh, waddling wombats," said Winnie. "I've never seen such big snowflakes." Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Is it snowflakes? So I'm not quite sure. I think it could be sheep. Then Wilbur jumped out of the way, just in time as thump! A sheep landed where he had been standing. Thump, thump, thump! More and more sheep landed in the snow by the doorway, and then they barged their way into the house. "Well," said Winnie, "I ordered a flock of sheep, so they've flown down like a flock of birds. Shut the door, Wilbur, and let's get shearing." It was quite fun clipping the sheep into interesting shapes. Not as much fun for the sheep, of course. Wilbur made his sheep look very odd, and Winnie made her sheep look very, very odd. Oh, look at that. They've made a very good job of shearing those sheep, haven't they? I'm not sure the sheep are very happy about it, though. But they soon had a pile of what looked like dirty candy floss. "Well, it's got to be spun into balls of wool before we can knit with it," said Winnie. "Spindly spiders are the best spinners." Winnie waved her wand. Abracadabra! Instantly there were spiders with lots of legs, wriggling, spinning the fluffy wool. "Hold on to your arms, Wilbur," said Winnie. "Now we need to wind the wool up." Then at last they were ready to start knitting. "Well," said Winnie, "all that work has warmed me up a bit, but it's made me thirsty too. I really want a big bubbling mug of hot chocolate more than ever now, so let's knit really, really fast." Winnie tried knitting with broom handles. "The fatter the needles are, the faster the knitting grows," she said. "I'm making you a tail warmer, Wilbur." Knit, 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 clickety click. But Winnie's knitting was just too big. "Oh, this is no good," she said. "It's like a flipping fisherman's net. You can't wear this, Wilbur." Oh dear. I don't think he's going to be able to wear that, is he? That doesn't look very warm and woolly. "I'll try knitting with wands instead," said Winnie. "Knit, knit, knit, clickety click. Oh, that's much better." Winnie knitted hats and gloves and tail warmers and scarves and ponchos. Meow, said Wilbur, pointing to the clock. Oh, yes, said Winnie, that's true. We'd better go to the shops and get that milk before it shuts. So they put on their new woolies and they opened the front door and, well, didn't go anywhere because there was a white wall of snow completely filling the doorway. We're trapped, said Winnie. Oh no, and I do so want a drink of hot chocolate. Wilbur dug the snow and Winnie shoveled the snow, but they couldn't shovel a path all the way into the village in time before the shop shut. Oh dear me, I wonder if she's going to get this hot chocolate. I know what we can do, said Winnie. She took off her tights. She had 2 pairs on. Then she tied them to her knitted netting and fixed everything to the gate posts. There, she said. Meow, said Wilbur. It's a catapult, said Winnie. A catapult to hurl you all the way to the shops to get some milk. Protested Wilbur. But Winnie was already loading him along with a bag and purse into the catapult. Tuk, tuk, twang, meow. Wilbur shot over the snow to land, flump, just outside the shop. Hee, that looks fun, said the little ordinaries. That's the little children. How did you do that, Wilbur? There, look. That's their catapult. And that's the children. They want to have fun with it too now. The little ordinaries waited for Wilbur to get the milk. Then they dug him a path back to Winnie's house so that they could all take it in turns to be catapulted, flump, into the snow. And Winnie brewed a whole cauldron of hot chocolate for everyone to share, with lovely toasted hundreds and thousands sprinkles and mushroom mallows, said Winnie. Well, the little ordinaries were so very grateful for the goes on the catapult that they said Winnie should have all the sprinkles and mushroom mallows on her cup, and they didn't take any for themselves. Well, that's quite understandable, isn't it? Oh, aren't they as nice little ordinaries, said Winnie, resting her feet up on a nice warm sheep. Well, that's the end of that story. It was good, wasn't it? I enjoyed it. Let's get our friends Frank and Paddington back. Let's sit back up on the chair. And I hope you enjoyed that story time. But in the meantime, that's going to be our last story for a while, isn't it? So, let's hit it, Maestro. Come on, hit it.
Sorry, boss.